Hey, Elise Pickett here with the Urban Harvest, and today I am going to be sharing with you an amazing crop for your summer vegetable garden, Egyptian spinach, also known as Molokhia. Egyptian spinach is from Egypt, where it is most popular, but it is grown in regions throughout the Middle East. But in my opinion, it has a solid place here in our summer vegetable gardens in Florida. This crop can take our heat without any issue whatsoever. It takes very little to any watering and needs no nutrients. This plant can thrive in the toughest of conditions. That's why they grow it in Egypt, where it is super dry and super hot year-round. This crop is easy to start from seed and will grow all the way through the summer months until our days begin to shorten in fall, at which point it will quickly die off as soon as we get our first cold snap, making it a perfect crop to grow in the summer months when you don't want to have to be out there tending them and you don't want to have to actively garden. So Molokhia is a leafy green that can be used fresh, it can be cooked, or it can even be dried like they do in Egypt. So this crop does have a little bit of a mucilaginous texture. Some people love it, some people hate it. But for such an easy green to grow over the summer months, I recommend at least trying it, even if it's just to cover crop your garden in the summer months. I do have an entire video that goes over cover crops for your summer vegetable garden, so if you're interested in learning more about that, click the link above. So the Journal of Ethnopharmacology did a study and they found that Molokhia, or Egyptian spinach, can actually help prevent and reverse gut inflammation and obesity. It's a really nutrient dense leafy green. It's really high in iron, potassium, vitamins A and C. So it's a very nutritious leafy green to incorporate into your diet. And when you're able to pick it fresh from your garden, you'll actually get all of those nutrients rather than buying something that is store-bought and completely devoid of all of the nutrients that you're looking for. Egyptian spinach is best planted in the early spring months. It is a little slow to get growing, but once it gets established, it just takes off. I generally plant in April or May when most of my spring vegetable garden is already fading out. I recommend direct sowing it. It has a very deep taproot, and if you try to plant it in a pot and then transplant it into the garden, if you don't time it well, you're going to mess up the root system and the plant will either be stunted or die. So go ahead and just direct seed into the garden. This plant can technically reach about 5 to 6 feet in height given ideal growing conditions, which is sun. It likes sunnier spots a lot better than the shade, but it will grow in the shade like these are here. They're just smaller and slower growing. Come August, September, October, you're going to see it start blooming and producing seed pods. I would highly recommend saving those seed pods. It's very easy to do. When they turn brown, snip it off the plant and you can put it in a little paper bag and crush it with your fingers and the seeds will just fall right out. I am very lackadaisical about harvesting seed in my garden. So all of the Egyptian spinach that I'm growing this year is a volunteer. And this is one of the crops that you just don't find on commercial websites. So this is something that I offer on my seed shop. If you haven't checked it out yet, I have a link below that will take you to the seed store and you can purchase some of the Egyptian spinach seed that I have saved from my own garden for you to grow here in Florida. These plants can kind of maintain themselves. They're pretty resistant to pests, especially the leaves. You'll get the occasional mealybugs, sometimes aphids. I wouldn't recommend bothering trying to manage for those pests. The plant is incredibly hardy and will take it in stride. You can see here that there are a little bit of mealybugs, and the plant is still perfectly healthy. So when you're ready to harvest this crop, you can just simply pick individual leaves if you're looking for a handful of greens for, say, a salad. But if you are looking to do a cooked green where you need a lot, several pounds worth at once, cutting it with shears is going to be important. This plant is actually jute. This is what jute is made from, is the fibrous stem of this plant when it's mature. So it is a very tough stem that is not easily broken. And in addition, by trimming off entire portions, you'll actually encourage the plant to bush out and produce even more greens for you. So when you're ready to harvest large quantities, use your shears and cut off entire branches of the plant to encourage bushier growth and to ease your harvest. I really encourage you to branch out of our grocery store box and try something that, yes, may be a little bit different for our culture here in Florida and America, but is a truly wonderful leafy green to grow in the summer months. If you found this video interesting or helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And while you're down there, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you're alerted every time a new video comes out on Florida vegetable gardening. Have a good one.